NXT, NXT, NXT. What is up, folks? It is I, Will, with Exposing the IWC, and we're talking NXT as a whole, not just the upcoming PLE, which is Halloween Havoc, but also what happened on the show. I'll be talking about it kind of simultaneously as we lead towards this weekend, which will be a interesting show. By interesting, I mean women's division. If I had to be completely honest with you folks, the men's division right now in NXT is not the hottest it's ever been. It's fine, it's okay. But really what I'm really interested in right now with NXT is what's happening with Julia and Roxanne and Stephanie with Cora. That feud, what's going to happen after that match? What is that going to lead to? And I'm actually interested in what's happening with our new debut here, Zaria, who was once Delta not too long ago. I'm kind of looking forward to that. The women's division is carrying NXT. We'll talk about that in a second. What's going on with that? But yeah, NXT has been fun for me, but if I was somebody who did not like women's wrestling, NXT may have not been the best show over the last couple weeks. Not even a couple, like the last couple months maybe. We'll dive into that, talk about the men's division, how it's kind of lacking. But really, we're going to be talking about Halloween Havoc and how what happened on NXT leads to that, and so on and so forth. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, leave a comment. What's up, Richard? What's up, Pedro? I hope all is well. Yeah, it's carrying it. It really is. NXT women's division is carrying in multiple fronts, not just with the talent, but with the signings. The rumor was that Motor City Machine Guns supposed to go down there to NXT. Well, that didn't happen because I believe Lucha Brothers were supposed to go to SmackDown and beat Bloodline for the tag titles. They are not going to go there because of Tony Khan adding on injury time to Rey Fenix. So they said, okay, that's not happening on SmackDown. Let's move Motor City Machine Guns from NXT to SmackDown now. So now that's where we're at. Good for them. And because Fraction, they don't really have anything on the horizon either. Like, who are they going to face? Hank and Tank? I guess. I mean, who is Fraction going to defend against? I think it was supposed to be Motor City Machine Guns, but because of Tony Khan, that kind of got pushed to SmackDown, which is good for them. They're going to be on SmackDown killing it. So that'll be fun for them. What's up, Brianna? What's up, David? Let's talk about NXT. Do me a favor. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hyped are you for Halloween Havoc? We have a big PLE for NXT right around the corner in 2 days. Are you excited about it? From scale of 1 to 10, what are your thoughts? Are you happy about the show? Are you excited about it? Are you looking forward to it? Are you hyped for the matches? Even your thoughts from 1 to 10. I would say right now, 9. That's high. 9. That's not bad. We're going to be going through the entire card here while we talk about NXT, but super excited. All right. Yeah, a lot of good stipulations. The Devil's Playground, stuff like that. Tables, ladders, and scares. So there's different stipulations for Halloween Havoc. Again, what's going to happen with the women's division. So all that's cool. I'm looking forward to it, but mostly because the women's division. That's why I am. 10 out of 10. Zarya has arrived. Yep, that's true. 6 out of 10 since Roxanne is not defending her title. Yeah, if you're a big Roxanne stan, at least she's on the card. She's on the card at least. Only match I don't care about is the Ridge versus Chase. Yeah, that's a match. That's a match. But everybody's excited. Okay, 10 out of 10. I see one low, 6 out of 10, but 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I'd say I'm probably like 8. I'm 8 out of 10. But again, that's mostly because of what's happening with the women. We'll dive into that. I see Julia and Stephanie winning on Sunday. I do too. Let's go ahead and dive into what the hell happened on the NXT. So NXT opened up with really the tag team division. So not really an NXT specific thing, more tag team wrestling and how 3 brands are all chasing the one title. By one title, I mean the women's tag team titles. So we had Io Sky and Kairi Sane taking on Lash and Jakara. Now this was a good match, a match where I knew the ending. Guys don't know, I predicted what was going to happen here. I said literally, let me see if I can find that tweet actually. For funsies, I literally called the entire match. I said, okay, this match is going to happen. It won't end clean because Piper Niven and Chelsea Green will get involved. And it'll end on the DQ. How did I know that? Well, when they started this whole build, this entire build for this tag titles has been for Crown Jewel. Some people said Halloween Havoc. That was never the case. It was always for Crown Jewel. And when they started this feud, Bianca and Jade were backstage cutting a promo, and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven interrupted them. So, okay, that's the direction I'm going here. They haven't faced them yet. All right, cool. Then it went ringside, and then Chelsea got pump kicked by Last Legend. So, okay, there's a direction. Then the next week, got beat up again. Last Legend beat Piper Niven, and Chelsea Green got humiliated by Jakara. She threw her into the damn barricade. All right, that's 2 weeks in a row. That's 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row that Chelsea Green and Piper Niven got embarrassed. So at some point, they gotta get the lick back, especially if they're in the storyline. So I knew that ultimately they get their lick back, and what better time than an NXT match? Because in this match, you have two people or two groups that are competing against each other. They don't want to get pinned. Io Sky and Kairi Sane already lost to Bianca and Jade. They already got pinned. It was a interference, but they got pinned. You have Lash and Jakara who also lost to Bianca and Jade. They also lost. They can't get pinned again. If you're telling a story where Jakara, Lash, Io Sky, and Kairi Sane are going to competing in a tag match for the championship, you can't have them take another pin. So how do you end the match? By DQ. Who's been getting embarrassed? Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Are they going to be in the storyline? Yes. Therefore, they have to get involved here. I knew it was going to be a DQ and finish. Where is the damn tweet? You know I like to brag about being right, so I know I retweeted it. Let's see. Where is it? Come on, I like to brag about being right. Here it is. The best thing about being right is when you're right. I love that feeling. So here it is. Lash and Jakara versus Io Sky and Kairi Sane next week on NXT. It's not ending clean. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven will get their lick back. The story is going to Crown Jewel. And of course, that's what's happening here. Now, Bianca and Jade have pinned a member of the group Sky Pirates, right? Bianca pinned Io Sky, right? I believe it was Bianca again or Jade, one of the two. Obviously, they pinned Jakara Jackson, right? So who haven't they pinned yet? Pinned a member of the team of Io Sky and Kairi Sane. They pinned a member of the team of Lash and Jakara. Guess who left? Piper and Chelsea. Spoiler alert: Piper or Chelsea will take the pin at Crown Jewel. Okay, they may even do the spot where Bianca puts Piper Niven on her shoulders and hits the KOD. That big spot, they may do that. That's what I would do. Why not? But one of those two, Piper or Chelsea, will take the pin at Crown Jewel. That'll be the end of the storyline. Okay, that'll be the end of the Crown Jewel story of these four teams, because Bianca and Jade will have pinned all three teams. So expect that to happen. All right, Crown Jewel. So I know some folks, some of the Joshi stands, some of the Io Sky fans are saying, "Hey, this is where Io Sky can win." It's not happening, folks. Okay, sorry to tell you the truth. Let's listen to me this time. Just listen, so you won't be disappointed. All right, Io Sky, Kairi Sane are not beating Bianca and Jade. They are not beating Bianca and Jade. Okay, Bianca and Jade will retain. They will pin they will pin Chelsea Green or Piper Niven. Bianca and Jade will then move on to Tiffany and Nia Jax, and Io Sky and Kairi Sane will then move on to the War Games build. I assumed that after the Crown Jewel match, Kairi Sane and Io Sky will be happy to see their friend Dakota Kai returning. I believe they're probably waiting for Crown Jewel to end to then bring Dakota Kai back into the fold. Therefore, they're all together moving into War Games. Unless Dakota Kai is still injured. I don't think she is. Didn't she tweet but didn't she have like an Instagram post like a long time ago talking about, I'm on my way back or almost here? She teased that a while ago. That's like a month ago. So if she teased that a month ago, I assume it's only storyline reasons why she's not there yet. I'm guessing the storyline reason is Crown Jewel want that to end. Bianca and Jade be done with Io Sky and Kairi Sane for the moment. Then Dakota Kai comes back into the fold. I'm assuming after Crown Jewel, maybe even the Raw after Crown Jewel. I know Raw is in Saudi Arabia. So if Dakota Kai travels to Saudi Arabia, we know what's happening here, right? But they may wait till a little bit longer, maybe a little bit later. Maybe the Raw after the Saudi Arabia Raw, whatever. But she could show up there, travel to Saudi Arabia. She can pop up on the Raw after Saudi. Again, Raw will be in Saudi Arabia after Crown Jewel. So she could pop up there. But yeah, that's the direction. Bianca and Jade will then move on to Nia Jax and Tiffany. And then Damage Control with Dakota Kai, I would assume, will then move on to War Games. But yes, they popped up. It was fun. Crowd loved it. They were hyped for Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green bitch slapped Io Sky and Kairi Sane. They squashed them and left them for dead. It was a good moment, good spot for them. The crowd loved it. Chelsea's over with the crowds, especially in NXT. It was a solid segment, which was predictable by me at least. I saw it coming. So yeah, could you see Bianca hitting the KOD on Nia? Yeah, that's happening. For sure that's happening. They already teased it. Go back and look at the Queen of the Ring tournament. Bianca had Nia Jax on her shoulders, right? But her leg was injured and she collapsed because of the pain, right? That will come back around. That's setup. You have setup and payoff, right? That setup of that KOD is being teased. We already know she could do it because you put her on her shoulder. So it's going to happen, right? That'll probably happen during the Bianca, Jade, Tiffany, Nia Jax feud. Bianca Belair will hit that KOD on Nia Jax. That's coming. But it won't be for a little bit. Probably Survivor Series, I think. I'm assuming that's the time they're going to do it. Survivor Series, that tag match. And I'm hoping that'll be the actual like story-driven thing for Bianca and Jade. Because they've been doing a lot of tag team matches. They're facing off with Jakara and Lash. They're facing off against Dakota Kai and Kairi Sane. But nothing really story-driven, right? Even this Crown Jewel match, not really story-driven. Bianca and Jade are kind of like, all right, look at the competition. The tag team division is hot and great. There's nothing really story-driven for them. I assume when they do the Bianca, Jade, Tiffany, Nia Jax storyline, it'd be actual like real meat and potatoes story stuff there. So I'm hoping that's when we get some actual stuff that's compelling for Bianca and Jade. But I do believe, yes, the KOD will happen to Nia Jax during that feud. Saudi Pop would be you read again. The Saudi Pop would be disgustingly bad. Save it for after. Oh yeah, for Nia's after. Piper Niven, that might happen, but she already done that already, so that's nothing new. But the KOD on Nia Jax, that's Survivor Series or main event, Saturday night main event. That's not Saudi. Saudi might be the Piper Niven KOD, which we've seen already, so nothing wrong with that. No clue when Bianca beats. No clue when. Let me just try that again. No clue who beats Bianca and Jade, to be honest. It might be a ladder match. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know. It won't be Nia Jax and Tiffany. But I like to pretend like I know what's happening. That I don't know. I don't know who beats Bianca and Jade. I don't know. Because they still have a story with PFC, you would think. Because remember, Shayna Baszler said she made Jade Cargill tap. We still have not gotten that result. So there's still a story there for them after Tiffany and Nia Jax, technically. You would think that Tiffany and Nia Jax might be the end game, but they could always do the PFC storyline because Shayna Baszler made Jade Cargill tap. That happened. It was right there on TV for everybody to see. She was like, wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened. So yeah, NXT opener was good. Good match. All about Crown Jewel, not about Halloween Havoc at all. I assume tonight we'll get some type of segment where Bianca says, all right, folks, we've been looking at y'all. Y'all want this tag titles? All right, how about this? In Crown Jewel, we'll take on all three of y'all. Boom. So that gets set up tonight. Tonight on SmackDown, that match will be set up. Which one is it, actually? I have the picture here. All 14 together, right? It's happening tonight. Maybe Nick Aldis will set that up. I don't know. But tonight, we're going to get the confirmation. All right. Confirmation of this match. Good match. A lot of talent here, you know. But yeah, this is going to be a tonight. Okay. Book it. If it's happening at Crown Jewel, which it is, this is getting set up tonight on SmackDown. So look forward to that. I wonder if all 4 teams would be there. You'd think they would be. Why wouldn't they be? They were all there at NXT. So now they all show up to SmackDown. That's what I would do. All 4 teams at SmackDown tonight. But we'll see. Could be wrong. What else happened on NXT? All right, we had Tatum Paxley taking on Jada Parker. This was a fun match. I believe this match ended with... Was it this match or... Yeah, it was this match. Freaking Winnie Chu freaking grabbed Tatum Paxley in plain view of everybody, in front of the commentary desk, in front of the referee, everybody, and rolled her out with the kidnapping, and nobody cared. Nobody cared about poor Tatum Paxley being kidnapped. Even Javon Evans saw it. He's like, hey, isn't that Tatum in that damn box? Nobody cared. I mean, she just walks out with Tatum Paxley with kidnapping, like in plain day. Everybody can see it, and no one cares. Poor. You know why Tatum Paxley is like a loner? You wonder why she's by herself, like with no friends? Because she gets kidnapped and nobody stops it. Unbelievable. Tatum Paxley, they might not care about you, but I'm concerned about your safety. Is she taking her to TNA? Because that's where freaking Winnie Chu's been here. Like every damn episode of TNA, she's there. Is she taking her to a TNA taping? I don't know. She wasn't on the show this past Thursday, but that's probably like a tape show. It's not live. So maybe the next TNA show she pops up in a box. I don't know. But poor Tatum, she can't catch a break. Just can't catch a break at all. But we have the storyline between Lola Vice and Jada Parker. Is that match happening? I can't remember. Is that a Halloween Havoc match? It's not. Okay, I thought I was going crazy for a second. It's not. Okay. So that match happens sometime after Halloween Havoc, I guess. But that's not a Saudi Arabia. That's not a Halloween Havoc match. So, but yeah, that storyline has been fine. Jada Parker has gone back to being a heel. She was a face for the Roxanne feud for the sake of that, but now she's back to being a heel. She's better as a heel. She can do both, but heel Jada Parker is where it's at. We'll see where that goes. But yeah, Lola Vice was dancing in the damn ring. Was that for that match or for next match? So Hank and Tank take on OTM later on, and that's when Lola Vice goes down to the ring and dances with them in the ring. So Lola Vice stood tall tonight, last Tuesday. He stood tall there. You don't see Tatum winning a title in NXT, to be honest. It could happen. It could happen. If it does, it's going to be the North American title. But she may... It's North American title or bust for her. She may move up to tag with Lola Vice after the draft. But I don't see her winning the top title. But the North American title, maybe. She's doing a good job. I'm impressed with Tatum Paxley. What she done? When she first was showing up, she was like a generic wrestler, generic character. And then she moved to the whole loner, spooky goth character. I'm like, this is not going to work. I know if I loved it. She was like stalking people and being weird. I'm like, is this really what you're doing here? Boy, I was wrong. They turned that into an awesome character that's over with the crowd. The crowd loves her. Kudos to her. She did a great job. She's over. The crowd loves her. And I think that can carry over to the main roster. That's like a legitimate character that she can use later on. Kudos to her. She figured out something and it worked. At first, I did not love it. What else happened on NXT? All right, so we had freaking Tony D storyline with Oba Femi. So he's set to, I don't remember the guy he's facing. Let me tell you something. Let me be honest with you guys. The family, it's not my thing. I don't love the family. I know Stacks. I know Rizzo. I know Tony D. The other members, I don't even know their names. I'm not going to lie. Does not resonate I just don't care, right? So before this match, right, before Tony D was backstage, and we saw Rizzo got attacked. So Tony D and the family run up to her and say, hey, what happened? All right, I'm gonna stay with her, go out to the ring. So the plan from Oba Femi was to take Rizzo out, have Tony D stay there. I don't know how he knew this was gonna happen, but it happened. Tony D stayed with Rizzo. His family went out there to face Oba Femi. Oba Femi destroyed them, while Tony D was tending to his friend Rizzo, right? So that's the thing here. So everybody's wondering what happened to Rizzo. How did she get attacked? What's going on here? And then we get a segment later on between Oba Femi and Nikita Lyons. I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? Is he trying to get with Nikita? Like, what are you doing? Freaking Shawn Michaels, what's going on here? This is a new relationship. Had one with Trick and Lash. You did one now with Carmen Petrovich and Asante the Adonis. This is a new damn romance here. What's happening here? I don't know if that's the case for now, but I do believe this segment was to show that Nikita Lyons was the one that attacked Rizzo. So he brought her back her, whatever the hell this thing is, her garment, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Her fur. Said, thank you. Oh, okay, I get it. Thank you. Thank you for taking out Rizzo. All right. So that's what happened here. Nikita Lyons took out Rizzo. So now is this going to be like an actual partnership? An actual like relationship romantic wise? I don't know. Will it be like a friendship thing that they help each other out? Is she going to be rolling with Oba Femi? No, it could work, I guess. Do I want to see it? Not necessarily. But I guess I can see it. Nikita Lyons, she had the whole like, oh, I'm a lioness thing. It works with Oba Femi's. It's fine. It's fine. Not the best, but it's fine. Yeah, she attacked Rizzo, so okay, it's all right. But yeah, Oba Femi destroyed the family, put them through the ladders, put them through the tables. Good stuff. I don't love the Tony D storyline for Oba Femi. Tony D is not my favorite. I made that clear. The family is not my favorite, but it is what it is at this point. It is what it is. Like, whatever. Where is it going to end? So let's talk about the actual match at Halloween Havoc. Do y'all know the stipulation for this match? I don't know what the stipulation is. Is there one? Is it just a straight up match? One-on-one match? I don't remember if this match has a stipulation. Let's see. Table, ladders, and scares? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, it is. I thought it was another match. Oh, it is table, ladders, and scares. Okay. That makes sense for the whole, yeah, because he's using the tables and ladders to beat up the family. Okay, that makes sense. All right, cool. No DQ, basically. I think Tony D has to win. It's unfortunate because I don't want Oba Femi to lose twice to Tony D, but I think that's had to happen. At this point, you got to move Oba Femi on. All right. I don't want him feuding with Tony D forever. He lost to Tony D, fine. Now move on to the top title, I guess. Like, move on to the A title, the A belt. I think Tony D wins this. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hard-hitting. Tony D is not my favorite character. I don't think it works for the main roster. But, hey, it is what it is. Hopefully it's a good match. And hopefully Oba Femi doesn't look any worse coming out of this match. Just move him to the top title. Move him to the A belt. What else are you going to do here? Gables, ladders, and scares. I think NXT is gearing up to lose more female talents. I agree. I think they're going to lose Sol Ruka. We're going to lose Stephanie Vaquer next year. We're going to lose, we'll talk about JC Jane and Fallon Henley later on. They'll lose them both too. They're going to lose a lot of women talent. They will. Not for the men. The men will stay around. They're going to lose like a handful of women though. Which is why they need Midcard titles desperately. So they have something to fight over. But yeah, Tony D, he retains. Oba Femi takes another L. Hopefully they move Oba on to something else. Away from the damn family. No offense to the family, but it's just not my favorite. All right, let's talk about Trick Williams and Ethan Page. I thought Ethan Page cut a good promo here. Very good promo. He's a good promo in general, but talked about how, he sees, when he looks at Trick Williams, he sees a pretty boy. He sees somebody that's not in the mud, hasn't had to fight and scrap, a failed football player. This is his second dream. It wasn't his first dream. He wanted to play in the NFL. That didn't work for him. He's a football player where it didn't work out for him. And he sees somebody with the glitz, the glamour, the flash. Doesn't see a warrior, someone who's willing to really get down in the dirt and bleed and fight. And that's his story. It makes sense. Good promo. Okay, Trick Williams. Now, Trick Williams can say, hey, I had a war with Pete Dunne. I went to war with Carmelo Hayes. What are you talking about? I've shown that I was bleeding in that one match. He bleeded. I bled. I fought. I scrapped. What are you talking about? So he can say that, which worked well. It's back and forth here. Ultimately, I do believe that in the Devil's Playground, I think they have to present this match differently than what they did with Pete Dunne. So it needs to be more vicious. It needs to be more bloody, because that's what Ethan Page is arguing here. That, hey, I'm gonna take you to the depths of hell. I got devil in me. Like Braun Breaker got that dog in him. Well, Ethan Page says he has that devil in him, right? So you got to really showcase that in the actual match. Make it as dark and grueling, and make it really, really blood. I'm not saying they have to blade or anything like that, but it has to be vicious. It has to be really dark, because he's already had matches with with Carmelo Hayes and match with Pete Dunne that are physical, and so you're gonna cut a promo like this. You gotta deliver in the actual match. But this will be a good match, I'm sure. Ethan Page proved himself already. Ethan Page is gonna lose. Gotta lose. Gotta have Trick Williams come out on top here. Trick Williams has to take on the adversity and overcome and come out on top. This will be the main event. Clearly, it's for the title. What happens to Ethan Page after this? I don't know. No, I have no clue what happened to him after this. What does he do? But it was a good promo from him for sure. But Trick Williams has to win. Wish the NXT title had more gold in it. Trick Williams' mic work is solid. Yep, solid. Good work from both of them. Everything made sense. It was solid stuff all around. Ethan Page going after the North American title. I could see him wrestling Tony D, but does he immediately do that? Does he go straight for the North American title? Maybe he feuds against Here's the problem: they need more dudes. That's the problem. This is only. There's a decent talent here between Trick and Ethan Page, right? But they need more dudes. They desperately need a freaking Ricky Starks. Can you imagine a heel Ricky Starks feeding up with Trick Williams? That could work. They need some more talent, and I don't mean main roster stuff. I mean they need I don't know what's happening in their PC. Who's next up? Who's the next guy coming up? Who's the next Oba Femi? Who they have in the wings waiting? They need some help right now, because after Ethan Page, for Trick Williams, what is it going to be? Wesley, right? Then maybe Oba Femi. Maybe they're already pushing the hell out of Javon Evans, right? Because there's not much there. Who's the next guy? Yes, I like that name, Tavion Heights. Push him. Tyler Halliburton. I always mess up that guy's name. Now he can stay in the NBA. He can stay dribbling the ball. But they need to, they should freaking push Tavion Heights. Push him as a heel. That's all I would do. Or you push the skipper, the kid on the I call him Skipper, the son of freaking William Regal. Push Charlie Dempsey. Right now he's in the mid card of the cup, the Heritage Cup. We could push Charlie Dempsey. You can push Tavion Heights. They're talented guys. They can go. Oro, I don't know about Oro, but he's there. Push some other dudes. I think Tavion Heights and Charlie Dempsey could get pushed here into that division. Mix it up. Gotta do something. Mark Henry is kind of far away. Charlie Dempsey, I can see him as the NXT champion for sure. He could be a champion in the NXT for sure. I can see it. But the folks do get push. I'm not saying they should push like a Ridge necessarily, but somebody from the PC who's on the come up, push them. Get them into the main event scene immediately. Or I mean, maybe just push Oba Femi, I don't know. But the men's division is lacking. All right, is lacking. And they need help. So do something. Let's talk about Carmen Petrovic. So Carmen is now a heel. That's the direction she's going, which is the right direction. I've said it time and time again, over and over again. She screams heel to me. Her look, her cadence, it all screams heel. That's the direction she should go. Now this storyline where she's like being like hot and bothered and she's interested in Sante the Adonis, that's all cool. It's fine. It's a storyline for her. But I'm more interested in the heel turn, where that goes. She got caught with a big time, hilarious soul snatcher. Because you're looking at Asante in the crowd. He's leaving with this chick. He's like, where are you going? She's getting all jealous. She gets caught with the soul snatcher, dead in the corner. It was hilarious. So that's the direction for her. I'm assuming she's going to get with him eventually. Maybe it'll be like a pairing up as a heel team. I don't know. How far they're going to push it, how far they're going to take it, who knows? Well, she's definitely jealous in the crowd, and she lost. Okay, she got hit with the snow snatcher. It's kind of hilarious. Javion Evans, he's getting pushed now. He's pushed now. Wasn't he just in the match for #1 contenders match with Wesley and Ethan Page? He had a match with freaking Randy Orton. Pushing him now because they don't have anybody. Normally they take it slow, but he's getting pushed now because he's talented and they don't have anybody that's compelling right now in the men's division. So he's getting pushed. The young OG is getting pushed. Carmen has good, I like her offense with her kicks. That's all cool. But yeah, she's a heel. She needs to be heel. The same thing about Liv Morgan. I said Liv Morgan screams heel. Look at her now. Carmen screams heel. Okay, that's where she needs to go. The main problem is the tag champions should be going for singles titles. So you're suggesting that Fraxium, that could work, but then there are tag team titles in the men's division. Do you want OTM or Hank and Tank to have the tag titles? I think we are leading to a split anyway, so we're going towards a split between Fraxium at some point. Maybe Nathan Frazier can then chase the title, or Fraxium could chase the North American title. I don't know. But that's the direction they could go. But right now, Fraxium is popular. They're a good tag team, so we'll see where that ends. Are you guys fans of Hank and Tank? I don't know how I feel about them yet. Still, they're all right. All right, I don't know how I feel about it. So yeah, Carmen Petrovic, she has a direction, she has a storyline. Good for her. This is the match between OTM and Hank and Tank, and this is where Lola Vice came out and attacked Jada Parker. And then Lola Vice was dancing in the ring with Hank and Tank and that NASCAR guy, whoever that guy was. I don't remember his name. So Hank and Tank got a win here. So they are pushing them towards. I think Hank and Tank will probably do it. When it comes to beating Fraxium, they'll probably put the belts on Hank and Tank. They're hilarious. Yeah, that's good. Solid comedy. Yep. I think they win the tag titles. So after Fraxium loses it, I think they'll lose it to Hank and Tank. Hank and Tank will be the new tag team champions. Next, I believe. What else happened on NXT? This is fine. All right, here we go. Got this vignette between Julia and Stephanie. Great vignette. Look great. Look at these two women together. My God, are you kidding me? The star power, the aura, the you name it, they have it. And they told a story here in the promo or this vignette talk about how they were enemies in Japan. If you don't know, Julia lost her New Japan Strong title to Stephanie. Good match. We had a weird ending. They became friends in real life, right? So now they're kind of like together in Orlando, going to restaurants together, having a good time. They're close, which is great, right? In real life, right? And now they have a storyline here. We're friends, cool. I do believe their friendship will not last very long. But we'll talk about that later on when we talk about the actual match and the PLE this weekend. But yeah, this is a very good vignette, very well lit, well shot. They spoke in their native tongue. It's all great. We had this segment backstage where Cora Jade was talking to Roxanne about their two opponents for Halloween Havoc, Julia and Stephanie. Had the Fatal Influence walk up, start talking shit about Kalani Jordan. Kalani Jordan walked up. Kalani Jordan looked like a massive star here. I thought she looked like the biggest star here, not just because she had the belt. She just looked like the star when she walked into the scene. Problem with Kalani Jordan, love her to death. She's one of my favorites in NXT. Her promo work is not there yet. Got to find her groove on the promos at some point. Got to settle into the promos. She's not there yet. She'll get there, I hope. I'm sure she will. But yeah, she has great presence, great star power. She looks great, amazing, right? She'll be fine. Work on that promo, girl. That's all you got to work on. But I thought she looked like the biggest star. When she stepped into the scene and she walked into the frame, like, okay, that's the star there. She looks like a star. She's got to work on those promos. If she had even a tenth or a fraction of Jada Parker's charisma and promos, oh, she'd be like rocket to the moon with Kalani Jordan. But I still have faith. Great wrestler, great talent. Got faith in her. She'll be fine. What have y'all thought about Kalani Jordan's reign? Kalani's reign has been honestly not the best. It's been fine. It's fine. It's a fine reign. It'll probably end here soon. Spoiler alert for later on. It'll probably end very, very soon. I think she had how many title defenses in her resume right now? Let's see, three or two. I think 3 title defenses now. Let me check real quick. Kalani Jordan matches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. These are okay. These are live shows. Let me double check. Let me double check here. She won the title in a ladder match in June, right? Yes. She beat Michin. Right? She beat Michin. Yes, she did. She beat Soruka, that's 2. She beat Paxley, that's 3. She beat Rosemary. No, that wasn't for the title, though. Okay. She beat Winnie Chu, that's 4. She beat Winnie Sinclair, that's 5. She has 5 title defenses. Michin, 5. That's a lot. That's a lot. Which tells me she's probably about to lose. A loss is coming, folks. A loss is coming. So, let's talk about Kalani real quick. She had the match. She had the match this weekend against a member of Fatal Influence. Now, this is kind of interesting, right? They haven't announced who this person is, which is weird, right? Going into a match at PLE, you don't know who she's going to be facing. It's supposed to be one of the 3. Supposed to be one of the 3, right? One of the 3. It will kind of be anticlimactic for it to be one of these 3 at this point. So let's say the show starts, walk out together, you're going to be taking on JC Jane. Okay. I like JC Jane. Good talent. But why did you wait for that? Right? Oh, it's going to be Fallon Henley. cool. That's cool. But why did you wait? It doesn't make any sense. What's the swerve? What's going to happen here? It has to be some type of swerve, something happening here. Nothing else makes sense. I thought, what if at the end of the show, you guys remember on Tuesday, the last show, Connie Jordan was in the ring. She's in the ring. Fatal Influence was by the wheel. They spun it and came up spinner's choice. And that's when Fallon Henley started talking, and then it went to black. And then we had this woman, Zarya, popping up. Formerly known as Delta, changed her name. Why? A couple of reasons, maybe because of the airline, copyright, stuff like that. Maybe she just wanted to change it, whatever. She's now Zarya. But Zarya's in the house. She's going to be showing up at NXT, well, at the PLE, which was what was teased in her original vignette. It teased that she'll be there at Halloween Havoc. So she'll be there. But she showed up when they spun the wheel. So she's a part of the North American feud, the North American chase, not the top title. That'd be too messy. That wouldn't make sense. Stephanie is going after the top title. Zarya will be going after the North American title. That's why they did that. Showed Kalani Jordan. They showed Fatal Influence. Then they showed Zarya. I combined the two. Delta Zarya, right? So, what if Zarya is her surprise opponent? How does that happen? I don't know. Maybe Fatal Influence recruit her to take on Kalani Jordan. That doesn't make much sense. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you want to have the belt? That doesn't work for me. Maybe Fatal Influence get attacked backstage to get destroyed by Zarya, and then she steps up somehow, and then Kalani Jordan accepts, because it wouldn't be fair to Kalani Jordan. So Kalani Jordan had to say, you know what, I accept your challenge, or I accept it. I'll face you, right? Then the challenger gets a chance, right? If the champion accepts the challenge, well, maybe they'll let it go, right? So they could do that. They could have Zarya go back there and then destroy Fatal Influence and then take their spot. And then Kalani Jordan, being the fighting champion, would accept her challenge and then lose to Zarya there. You could do that. Or you can have, again, the only thing that really makes sense for me here would be if they had Jasmine Nix take her on, right? Here's the thing about Fallon Henley and JC Jane, right? These are two main roster talent that are in NXT, right? They are well past NXT at this point. They're ready to be called up. They're not on the main roster now because they need bodies right now. They need reliable hands, reliable workers to work with Bianca and Jade, to work with Julia and Stephanie. Remember, the last two matches, what have they been? The last two matches for Fallon Henley and JC Jane have been what? JC Jane, her match was against Julia and Stephanie and against Bianca and Jade, right? With Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix, right? It was a 6-woman tag match, right? So they're in NXT for these type of matches, for matches where they need a veterans, because that's what they are. They're vets at this point, to step in, be reliable, be good workers, take the bumps, work well with the talent. That's why they're there, all right? They're not there to win titles at this point. It's over. There's no title chasing really for JC Jane and Fallon Henley. They're past that. They're past a North American title reign. They're past a top title reign, like for the NXT title. They're past that at this point. They're there because there are bodies who are very good in the ring that can work with talent like the international superstars and with main roster talent like Bianca and Jade. That's where they're there. They've been ready to be called up. They should have been called up last time. They're there because they're reliable workers, and they don't want necessarily to have the women on the come up like Sol Ruka or young talent like Dana Parker. They don't want them to necessarily be wrestling against Julia and Stephanie and Bianca and Jade. They want these two women because they are main roster talent at this point. They're ready to go. They're set. No development needed. They should have been called up. They should have been called up, right? So that's why they're there. So if you have these two here, it could make sense that they pushed Jasmine Nix to take on Kalani Jordan in the match, right? If they walked up in NXT, Halloween Havoc, and said, all right, we chose Jasmine Nix. All right, cool, that makes sense. She's a young person, the young up-and-comer that you're pushing now to go take on Kalani Jordan. Cool. But if it's JC Jane or if it's Fallon Henley, I'm confused. Like, what's going on here? Why did you even wait? That's weird. So I'm guessing right now it's going to be Kalani Jordan taking on either Zarya or Jasmine Nix. And if it's Jasmine Nix, she'll lose, right? And then Zarya will come out and destroy whoever or confront Kalani Jordan, right? So 2 options. Zarya is her match because she takes out Fallon Henley and the crew, or it's going to be Jasmine Nix, and then Jasmine Nix loses, and then Zarya comes out. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Thoughts? 2-on-1 handicap match. That'd be hilarious. Zarya taking the belt. Looks like JC Jane, but I hope it's Fallon Henley. But why wait? It doesn't make any sense. Like, why? Just announce it now. Like, what's the point of waiting to find out it's gonna be JC Jane? Like, okay, you could announce that a week ago. Like, it has to be a reason why they're waiting. That's my thing. It has to be a reason why they're waiting. What is that reason? The match is spinner's choice. Zarya can't use the stipulation. Zarya taking out fatal influence. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Might be both of them. Spinner's choice, right? If it's spinner's choice, you could say a handicap match. But would you want to see a 3-on-1 handicap match or a 2-on-1 handicap match? Is that what you want to see? It can only work if you had a butting of heads between So now that I think about it, that could work, right? You could have a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1, and they're like competing to pin her. And they started arguing, getting into a fight with each other. And that leads to Kalani Jordan winning. You could do that. And then Zarya comes out. That could work. But correct me if I'm wrong, it's spinner's choice, but that wasn't they're spinning it live, right? Am I crazy? They're spinning it live. So they couldn't have known that it was going to land on spinner's choice, right? What I understood it is they're actually spinning it, and whatever happens, whatever you get, they get. Okay, so they spun it for Ethan Page spun it, or was it Trick Williams? One of the two landed on Devil's Playground. Cool, that's the match. I thought they're actually spinning it in real time, and then using whatever the match is because they have time. They have plenty of time to plan for it. But isn't it an honest spin? It's controlled. Well, then I'm fooled. Let me see something real quick. Let me see this thing. Let me see JC Jane spinning this thing. It could be controlled for sure. I could just be naive. Let me see. See the spin. You're telling me that it's controlled to land on spinner's choice. I mean, it could be. It's electronic. They could make it electronic. Let's see. Let's see. They're spinning it. Spin it. It could be electronic. It looks like they can do that. There's ways to fix it. There's ways you can force it to do that. It's true. That's true. You can force it to land on what you want to land on. You can do that for sure. They did a good job though. Yeah, they go slow. You're right. Let me see that again. I won't show it because I don't want to get copyrighted. But let me see the spin again. Did it go all the way around? Let me see. He spun it. It goes all the way around. It goes all the way around. Could be somebody behind it doing that. Yeah, it could be somebody behind it. Like, there's ways to do it. There's way to do it. There's way to do it, for sure. If it wasn't controlled, it would have landed on Street Fight. Let me see. How do you know it would have? Let me see. Spin. There's ways to do it. There's ways to do it for sure. I won't deny it. There's ways to make it land what you wanted to land on. She spun it. Yeah, it's probably controlled. It's controlled for sure. Now I'm looking at it. It's controlled, but it's very good. It's well done. It's a well done control job. It really is. It's cool. It's well done. Anyway, so yeah, spinner's choice, handicap match. Ultimately, Kalani Jordan wins anyway, and then Zarya comes out. They can do that. So that's probably where I'm leaning towards now. I say we're gonna have a handicap match of some sort. There'll be bickering and arguing between the teams. Of course, it's controlled. Hey, let me be naive for a second, okay? It's going to be a handicap match of some sort. I mean, you could do that, right? You could just like, okay, here's our choices. No matter what we land on, we have plenty of time to plan for it. So whether it's tables, ladders, and scares, whether it's Devil's Playground, doesn't matter. Spin it, we'll work with it. You could do that. You could do that, right? So it's not that like crazy to say, oh, it's spun and then whatever lands on what you're gonna do. You could do that. Let's say tables, ladders, and scares for the main event. Okay, you can have Trick Williams and Ethan Page do tables, ladders, and scares. That's fine. You can have Devil's Playground be for Tony D's match. Fine. Like, it's not like that would change the entire storyline. No, it wouldn't. It's just a match type. That's all it is. Wouldn't it be that hard to make it work, no matter what it landed on? But I agree, it's controlled, okay? It's controlled. So yeah, this match, handicap match, they argue with each other. Kalani Jordan comes out top. After she comes out on top, we have Zarya come out there. That makes more sense. Having Zarya, because you have to explain why Kalani Jordan would take the fight. She destroys Fatal Influence. Would Ava be down with that? Ava would let that happen? Probably not. So it makes more sense for it to be a handicap match. She wins anyway. And then Zarya comes out and destroys her. So Zarya will come out and destroy Kalani Jordan after the match, I think. Zarya with Fatal Influence? No, Zarya is a heel. Zarya is a heel. She's going right after Kalani Jordan. Because at this point, Kalani Jordan will have six title defenses. There's no more to do. That's 6 title defenses. She would have beaten Fatal Influence. Now she probably loses. And she'll lose to Zarya in her first title defense. Against Zarya, she'll lose. I think Zarya is the ender. She'll probably be booked like Oba Femi. She'll be like the Oba Femi of the women's division. So she'll lose. She'll lose to Zarya, for sure. Let's move on. To the main event, I guess. Before we talk about the main event, let's talk about some of the main division stuff. What you got? You have, again, OTM taking on Hank 1. You had Javon Evans slapping Nathan Frazier. So Nathan Frazier is a heel, and Axiom isn't. Interesting dynamic. Nathan Frazier is also causing trouble, and Axiom's like, "What are you doing, dude? Like, calm down." So, but they're still tag team champions together. We're gonna get Nathan Frazier against Javon Evans because Nathan Frazier was talking a lot of crap, basically saying, "Hey, Javon, you're a little kid, you're young, you'll get there one day. You know, stay in your place, young whippersnapper," kind of that thing. And the young OG was not having it, so he got upset. So that's why they're mad at each other. And then Wesley came up and started antagonizing Javon Evans as well. So there's plenty of feuds for Javon Evans, that's for sure. Plenty of feuds for him. They talk about Rizzo getting attacked. Oba and Nikita Lyons, we'll talk about that. Lexus King is having like a babyface run, which I don't really buy. He's trying to use like this whole "I'm a nice guy" thing to get a match against Charlie Dempsey. I think he's faking it. I think it's all a ruse. He'll probably he may beat Charlie Dempsey, and then we'll go back to his old ways of being a heel. But we'll see where that goes. We'll see where that goes. Let's talk about the main event. Nathan did nothing wrong. Nathan Fraser did nothing wrong. It depends on who you talk to. Kind of annoying. Kind of being a dick. We'll see. What will be next for Kalani Jordan? Probably trying to get her title back when she loses it to Zaria, but she'll lose again probably. All right, let's talk about the main event. NXT, which was Julia and Stephanie against Fatal Influence. But before that, we had this moment backstage. We're all hoping to see it. We're all hoping that Shawn Michaels knew the internet wanted to see this, and we got it. Got Io Sky smiling at Julia, looking at Stephanie looks more serious here. Great moment. Of course, you had Kairi Sane using her telescope to look through it, look right at Julia. Good stuff. We all wanted to see the four on screen together, and it happened. We prayed for it, and it happened. This reminded me of Io Sky and Julia at the Marigold show. This is how Io Sky was smiling when they taking that picture in the ring after the show. It's very like, Io's almost like out of character here, almost. Smiling at her friend, smiling at the situation, all four together here. It was nice. It was a nice little moment here. We wanted it. We got it. Good shit, Shawn Michaels. We appreciate you for making sure that happened. When we'll get this match? Probably never. Probably never. Not in this way. I don't think Julia and Stephanie will be tag teaming very long. Okay. But yeah, good main event. Excellent main event, actually. Excellent. Got, again, JC Jane, Fallon Henley. They're NXT. They're here to help with these matches, help put on a good show. Again, they are main roster talent in NXT. Give them their flowers. Bumping like crazy for Julia and Stephanie. Doing great work. Hitting their spots. Great match. Fun. Fast hitting. Especially from Stephanie. So, I saw online, for the folks who are not familiar with Stephanie Vicaire, they saw this match and said, oh, I see now. I get it. She's amazing. Yes, she is. She's spectacular. She is a spectacular in-ring wrestler with aura and with a great look. She's a complete package. You're going to shoot her to the moon. That's why Tony Khan is upset. If you want to know why Tony Khan is mad, because Stephanie Vicaire is a complete package. Not only is she beautiful, not only is she marketable, she speaks Spanish, she is a fantastic S-tier in-ring performer. She's amazing. And if you didn't know, you know now. Because she was flying everywhere. She was fast. She was crisp. She was electric in the ring. I'm just a massive fan of this woman. She's in my top 5. She's amazing. Such a great talent. And yeah, we're going to get a lot of big-time matches. Imagine her with Bianca. Imagine her with Io Sky. Imagine her with all the top women. Oh, she's going to cook. I cannot wait for her main roster run. But now she's in NXT for now. Killing it. Great match. Fun. Exciting stuff. Yeah, good stuff, man. They killed it. Great main event. Stephanie and Julia have more aura than the Sky Pirates. Depends on who you ask. It depends on who you ask. I would agree with you probably, but it depends on who you ask. All of them have aura. All of them they're all stars. Okay. Stephanie against Io Sky. Yes, that's the match. That's the match. That'll happen. Can you imagine? That's a PLE worthy, Mania worthy match down the road. Stephanie against Io Sky. My goodness. That's 2 people in my top 5. Right there. 2 in my top 5 right there. Io, Stephanie, that could happen. That could happen. Stephanie, Rhea is another good one. A lot of good stuff right now can happen there. But yeah, fun match. Great stuff all around. All 4 women killed it. They all killed it. And then at the end, you had Stephanie and Julia looking towards Roxanne and Cora. I will say, for the last couple of weeks, Roxanne has kind of been on the back burner a little bit. Haven't really seen her at the forefront. She has some backstage segments. She has some stuff here and there, but she's really been pushed to the side a little bit. I don't mind it. Like, push Stephanie, push Julia, like, put them in the forefront. But Cora Jade and Roxanne have kind of been on the sidelines a little bit here. But they had the big PLE coming up anyway. The big show's coming up. Let's talk about the match. Let's talk about that match. Here we go. Halloween Havoc. Minimal stakes, right? Minimal stakes. Nothing's on the line here. Nothing's on the line. No titles on the line. Nothing really. No one in contendership. Nothing. But it's a big match for Cora Jade, really, especially, right? She just came back. Her first big showing since her knee injury. And you have Stephanie Vaquer's first PLE. But really, this is about, really, this should be about Roxanne and Julia. But I don't think it will. I suspect something else going down here, all right? Because again, this match has no stakes. So what is the angle? What is the angle for this match? Like I always say, if a match is predictable, spoiler alerts, Julia and Stephanie will win. If the match has no stakes, nothing's on the line, what is the story angle to get folks excited? I believe at Halloween Havoc, Stephanie could turn on Julia after the match. Why? Well, I do believe one of them got to be a heel. One of them has to be a heel. One. It's going to be Stephanie, I think. And two, they're both chasing the same thing. So even if it doesn't happen immediately, even if she doesn't turn after the match, ultimately down the road, somebody's got to turn. It's going to be Stephanie up to two. Okay? Julia was introduced first. She came in first as the face. She got screwed by Cora Jade. She's the established face. There's no changing that. You can't change Julia right now. That'd be weird. She came in as the face. She got screwed by Cora Jade. She's the baby face that we're empathetic towards, right? She's the face. So Stephanie would have to be the heel if she does turn. I do believe at the end of this match, something's going to happen. I do believe there'll probably be a little bit of friction between the two. If not a full-on heel turn. Because, of course, you still have what's-his-face in the wings. What's his name? Jose the Assistant, who is rumored to be heading to NXT. That's Andrade's old manager. If you want to give Stephanie a heel manager, it's Jose the Assistant, right? It'll be interesting because Stephanie is over like Rover. Do you see that crowd reaction in the ring in NXT? Stephanie. She was getting like some loud chants. And how could you not? With that talent in the ring, how could you not get over? It'll be interesting. Again, remember, Stephanie was a happy accident. She was not in the plans. They had to change everything to make Stephanie come in here. They did not know she was available. They grabbed her, she signed her, and they're like, oh shit, we gotta change our plans completely. So it'll be interesting what they do. Because she's over like Rover, super over, and super electric. But I do believe she has to be the heel here. This is why I'm interested. What's going to happen? This is what I'm excited about. When it comes to the end of the Kalani Jordan championship match, I think Zarya will get involved. What's going to happen there? Will she just beat up Kalani Jordan? That could happen. And what's going to happen here? Will Stephanie turn? What's the angle? So the women's matches are what's exciting for me for the NXT brand right now for Halloween Havoc. What's going to happen, folks? Tell me. What's going to happen? No full heel turn? Who the Thrones, Roxanne Perez? I want to say Stephanie, but I'm not sure. I'm happy to not be sure. I'm happy. Usually I have things figured out. I don't know shit about this. Because you remember, I thought they might pull in Stephanie for the North American title. I thought maybe. but they thought, no, she's too much of a star. And I agree with that. I understand that. I don't know. I'll be completely honest with you. I have no clue what they're going to do with this whole Stephanie Julia dynamic. How long will it last? They can't be a tag team forever. I think it ends at Halloween Havoc. What happens next? What's going to happen to Cora Jade and Roxanne? They brought them together. They're not going to break up right away. I think the Roxanne Cora Jade stable. The partnership will be lasting for a little bit. I have no clue. I will openly admit I have no clue what's going to happen after this match or with the Julia Stephanie dynamic. Julia dethrones Roxanne? Probably. I mean, that was the original plan. So why not? No full heel turn? Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. I do believe there needs to be. I may not know the angle, but there needs to be an angle. Gotta be something. This match has no stakes. What's the story angle? Is my question. Roxanne versus Julia versus Stephanie at Vengeance Day. What happens at Deadline? That could happen for sure. But what happens at Deadline? What's the match at Deadline? Because in next PLE is Deadline, right? Right? NXT. Deadline won't be a title match. Well, the next time Roxanne has a single match, it'll be for the title. You can't have. Am I crazy? Where is it? When is NXT Deadline? That's usually where they have the special match they have, which is called what? Oh my god, the Iron Survivor Challenge thing. So it hasn't been announced the location or anything like that. December 15th apparently, but there's no show date. There's no show location. WWE changes plans for Deadline 2024. According to WrestleVotes, take this with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. What I'm about to say. Shawn Michaels has announced that the first NXT on the CW show will be placed. Yada. Okay. What about Deadline? Deadline has been one of yada. What's going to happen? Sources state this is a development that transpired over the last few months as WWE was initially planning on hosting NXT Deadline at Chicago. Okay, so you have to really tell me what's happening with NXT Deadline. I just know what's going to happen. Okay, never mind. So it's going to happen. That's all we know. December 15th. But we don't know nothing else about the location. So what happens at NXT Deadline? Also got NXT New Year's Evil. What about that show? Wait, never mind. That was 2025 we have New Year's Evil, so that's another thing to think about. So you have Deadline, got New Year's Evil. Those are shows where Roxanne might have to defend. Chicago again, maybe. Yeah, I don't think she loses on TV though. So is December 15th a Tuesday? No, Sunday. It's Sunday. Okay. Never mind. So that's a PLE day. Yeah, Deadline will get announced this week. Yeah, that's usually how it happens. So maybe at the show. Maybe this weekend at Halloween Havoc, they'll announce the next show. Julia versus Roxanne rematch. What is Stephanie doing the whole entire time? That's the thing. Stephanie is there. They both held that belt. They both held the belt. I don't know what's going to happen. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm excited about it. I like not knowing. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I don't know. They both held the belt. They're both chasing the same thing. That's why I think the story angle is so important. After the match, after this match here, what happens story-wise, the angle will be very, very important. Could we have some friction between Julia and Stephanie? Because if it just ends where, because I think they're going to win. Why? Julia's not losing back-to-back PLEs. Sorry. I don't buy it. She's not losing back-to-back PLEs. She got screwed by a Corjet already. She already got screwed. She got pinned by Roxanne. She can't lose again. So they're going to win, right? Stephanie and Julia will win. But how do you make her win and then lose? I think something's got to happen. Because if it just, she pinned Roxanne. That's the end of it. Okay, like, then what? There will be an angle, folks. There will be an angle. I just don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. 70 wins Iron Survivor. That could be cool. There's a long time between now and deadline. There's a long time. See, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 NXTs between Halloween Havoc and deadline. 7. Folks. 7 PLEs. I mean, 7 NXTs. 7 Tuesdays. Yes, 7. A lot of time. So we'll see what they do. Because you can't just have Stephanie doing nothing for 7 weeks. So could we have a little bit of friction between Stephanie and Julia? We'll see what happens. Will she turn this early though? It can happen, sure. You can have her tease. You can tease the turn. You can tease it. It won't be a full turn maybe, but you can tease something on Halloween Havoc. Because if not, just a match, just a tag match where the good guys win. That's it. So you can tease something like, oh, we have the fan talking. Oh, wow, we have to follow this, you know? It could be a tease. It could be a tease. It gotta be something. Gotta be something. Can't just have her not. Can't just have a match. Gotta be some type of angle. Am I missing something? Yes, I'm missing something. Chase U. I'm not really invested in this at all. Chase U will probably win. By Chase U, I mean Andre Chase. Andre Chase will beat him. It kind of has to beat him. That'll happen. It'll be a fun match. The crowd will be into it. And Chase U will stand tall. Because Ridge Holland has been going crazy for the last I don't know how many weeks. So yeah, that'll go down. Andre Chase gets a big win. So let's go through it again. All right. Tony D retains. Andre Chase wins. Connie Jordan will retain unless she's facing Zarya. If she's facing them in a handicap match, she will retain. Good guys win. Julia will get her first PLE win here. And then Trick Williams will retain. So no big surprise. That's how I'm hoping we'll have some story beats, right? Story beat here, big time. Zarya. This is where Zarya gets involved here. It's all right. It's not about the match. This is about Zarya. What did she do? Did she interrupt the match? Did she come in at the end of the match? What does Zarya do here? This is her time. This match here, right? We look forward to that. What happens at the end of this match will Stephanie return. What's the story angle? Looking forward to that. And then here, this is a good match, but ultimately Trick Williams will win, right? There's no story angle at the end of this, right? It ends with Trick Williams winning. He stands tall, holds up the belt, ends the show, right? So yeah, the only really story beats I'm looking forward to are the women. Here and here. Anything else? No story beat. Tony D retains. Chase U stands tall. Yeah, that's it. There's only five matches, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I missing one? This is only it. This is only the 5, right? Let me double check. Pretty sure I'm right. Only 5 matches. Only 2 story beats. Yeah, 5. Yep. He's only 2. Women's division. Where we can have an actual storyline. Something compelling there. Everything else is kind of final. Final stages. See what happens. We will see what happens. It would have to be a gauntlet turmoil. Kalani beats Jasmine, Fallon, and JC, and then Zarya beats her. Could work. But why would... They can make anything work. They can make anything work, right? Imagine if Zarya and Rhea Ripley teamed up. Oh, Triple H would be crazy. Like, that'll be like... They have like the ultimate run. Undefeated streak. Never lose. Have the longest reign in history. Don't give Triple H any ideas. Well, actually... Some people may want Rhea Ripley in the tag team division, honestly. They're tired of her being a singles competitor and winning all the titles. So they may say, okay, put Tiffany in the tag team division. That tag team will be the greatest tag team in the history of women's wrestling. Like Triple H books Rhea Ripley, that's exactly what would happen. That's exactly what would happen. I need packing them all up and look insane. It will look insane. That would look crazy. And she pinned Jasmine, Fallon, and JC Jane, that'd be crazy. Probably shouldn't do that. I think the handicap match is a good idea if it caused friction between Fatal Influence. Then it works well. I want to see her like going Hogan and beating all 3 straight up. But if there's friction between the 3, if they started bickering and arguing, and that cost them the match, then it makes sense. Zarya and Rhea could team up against Liv and Raquel. Liv fans would not be happy about that because the booking would be very, very, very strong for Zarya and Rhea Ripley in that match. Friction in a group that lasts 4 months. Well, if they both want the they both want the title. I would assume Fallon Henley wants the title. I'll assume that JC Jane wants the title. And probably Jasmine Nix wants the title as well. So if all 3 of them want the title, what happens when one of them go for a pin? Are they going to say, yeah, you go for the pin? Or they may say, hey, what about me? I want the title. That could cause some friction. It's like a typical old school, like played out thing that happens with teams, with handicap matches, but it could work here. Because if they all want to be the champion, like only one person can be the champion ultimately, right? Only one person can win. You can't share the belt. You can't share it. So something's got to go down. I think Zarya will be a heel. She's a heel. She's a heel for sure. You're fine if you're friends after the match. Yeah, they could come together after the match, sure. Don't have to break up. Honey gets Cody like help. Oh, he's like she calls Lita and Trish Stratus. The legends come down to help, like John Cena did for Cody Rhodes. That'd be crazy. So that is the NXT talk, folks. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good show. Yeah. Good stuff to look forward to. Any other thoughts on NXT? Any other questions? Again, only 2 story beats I'm looking forward to, and they're both women's matches. Will Stephanie turn? And will Zarya, how would it bring Zarya into this? How will she play a part? Do you see Bloodline going after Braun Breaker? No. I do not. I think the Bloodline will have their hands full with Roman, Jay, and Jimmy. It was interesting to see how Jacob did not react to Solo getting speared. Go back and watch that. He didn't react at all. You would think he would jump the barricade and attack Braun Breaker. That did not happen. Got speared and like, all right, you got speared. My focus is on Jay. That was the plan. Screw Jay. But he didn't care about Solo getting speared at all. Is that a story beat to look forward to? Is that like, okay, Jacob does not care about Solo that much? Or is that like nothing to look forward to? Is that like a something to ignore, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, NXT is awesome. Men's division needs some help. Women's division's cooking. See what happens at Halloween Havoc this Sunday. What's the time? 7 Eastern, right? Yep, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. I like the 7 o'clock start date. The 7 o'clock start time. I like it. I like it a lot. I like that a lot. They should keep doing that. 7 o'clock. So it ends at 10 at the latest. Naomi should turn heel. I agree. She should turn heel because Bailey said she's going to get the winning title and get give Naomi a damn title defense. She lost. Naomi's going to be upset. I think they're doing a slow burn for Naomi. Slow burn, heel turn. So I think it'll happen. We know Triple H. I can take a sweet time. Sweet time. So, but I do believe Naomi will turn heel. I think it will happen. How about SmackDown, I guess? Wrap it up with SmackDown. Let's see SmackDown card. Again, like I said before, tonight we'll get the confirmation of the Crown Jewel match. Bianca, Jade versus Sky Pirates versus Piper, Niven, and Chelsea versus Lash and Jakara. That'll be announced tonight. Got Game 7 between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. That'll be a fun one. I believe LA Knight is the freaking special guest referee. Now, some people think that this match will go to Crown Jewel. I'm not sure about that. It could, but I'm not sure. I'm not positive this is going to Crown Jewel. It is leading to a triple threat match, that's for damn sure. But a Crown Jewel match, maybe. Who wins? Maybe nobody. Maybe it ends with LA Knight standing tall, beating up both of them, refusing to count the pin. But I do believe it'll be a triple threat match. I do believe it's happening. I just don't know where. Could happen at Crown Jewel, but Crown Jewel, if he wants 5 matches, it's not happening at Crown Jewel. If he'll have 6 or 7 or 8, then yes, but we'll see. But right now, you're going to have 2 women's matches because he always has 2 women's matches in Saudi Arabia. And then you have Cody Gunther, Liv Nia, that tag match with the women's tag titles. KO, Randy. That 4 right there, right? Am I crazy? I think I am. Let me search Crown Jewel real quick. Crown Jewel. Only 3 matches have been announced. What the heck? Okay, so we have these only 3 that are official. Gunther, Cody, Liv, Nia, Seth Rollins. Oh, how about that's the one I missed. Seth against Bronson Reed. Okay. Also getting KO, Randy. That's 4. And the tag titles for women. That's 5. That's 5 right there. Not to mention a Roman Solo, whatever's going on with Roman Solo. Not to mention maybe the triple threat for the U.S. tag title. So there'll be more than 5 this time around, I think. There'll be more than 5. Maybe 1 on the pre-show. But there'll be more than 5, I think. Because I think they'll have Roman on the card maybe somewhere. Roman somewhere on the card. You would think. So yeah. So SmackDown. We'll see if this match goes to Crown Jewel. It could. It could. I'm just not confident. What else is on this card? Got Cody, Gunther, face off. This will be fine. I doubt it'll get physical. Gunther's a good promo. Cody's a good promo. I've been loving Gunther's promos recently. His promos have been hilarious. I've been loving Gunther on the mic. Good stuff from Gunther. What's the other thing that's announced for now? Oh yeah, MCG, Motor City Machine Guns against DIY. That'd be fun. DIY taking that big L. Okay, DIY is losing to MCMG. So that's another big win for Motor City Machine Guns. So that's 3 segments. 3 segments, 2 matches. That's it for the men. Well, for the show, right? We go to WWE Twitter real quick. Let me see they post something about SmackDown that I just missed. What the heck? Search WWE and something weird popped up. Oh, that's why. The Q in there. I don't want to show y'all what popped up. That was something weird on Twitter. Let's see here. SmackDown. Never really posted about SmackDown yet. Okay. You knew about this already. A talk between Cody and Gunther in Brooklyn. Yes, nothing really yet. They'll be posting stuff about SmackDown within the next few hours. Nothing yet. Does Triple H have a hand in yes. Triple H has a hand in everything in NXT. Because remember, he's literally building a feud for Bianca and Jade through NXT. We have Lash and Jakara. Got Io Sky going down there. And Kyrie to have a match, right? He's very much involved with NXT. So yes, he's involved with the Stephanie Julia booking for sure. For sure he's involved. Especially with that. You wouldn't argue he's not really booking or paying attention to the Heritage Cup shit. I agree with you there. But when it comes to Julia and Stephanie, he definitely has a hand on the pulse. At the end of NXT, it says executive producers for the show. It says Paul Levesque, first name for NXT. He's involved with the booking of those 2 for sure. When's Crown Jewel? Next Saturday. November the 2nd, I think. Literally next week. So we have Halloween Havoc this week. Then we have the next weekend after Halloween Havoc is Crown Jewel. So they'll be in Saudi. I wonder if tonight's show will be double taped. Because Raw will be in Saudi Arabia, but not SmackDown. Are they doing a double taping tonight? SmackDown. Double taping. Let me search in Twitter real quick. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Double taping. Well, folks, enjoy the spoilers tonight. I'm not going to avoid it. I'm not avoiding the spoilers. I'm not avoiding it. We'll get a bunch of Bianca Jade stuff that are going to be spoiled for the next show. Cause you know how it is. Sometimes they push the women's stuff for the second taping. So one taping might be low on women's stuff, but the second taping will be high on the women's division. So you may get a lot of women's division on the second taping, what might get spoiled. You're probably going to have Bianca there, Jade, Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, the whole crew. This is double taping with SmackDown. So because it's a double taping, Liv, Raquel, maybe even Rhea, Nia, Tiffany, Bianca, Jade, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Lash Legend, Jakara. It's going to be packed. Double taping tonight. Yep, it's going to be packed. I'm not avoiding the spoilers. I'm not avoiding it. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to see the spoilers for what happens. But yeah, I'm glad I thought about that. I'm glad I remembered that. So double taping tonight, folks, because they'll be in Saudi Arabia next weekend. There you have it. HBK said they both had the it factor. They do both have the it factor for sure. Stephanie and Julia. They both have that it factor that you can't teach. The intangibles that you can't teach. Not hurt to look good, by the way. Not hurt to look amazing. They both do. Big show tonight in Brooklyn. Over 11,000 folks in the arena. By the time the show comes around to starting, it may have almost 12,000 in the building. Big show. Well, this is the current setup. Never mind. They may have close to 11,000 in that arena. Big show. Double taping. Spoilers all around. Raw had more people in it sold out earlier this year. I wonder what the show was. I wonder what the show was for Raw. Anyway, yeah, double taping for SmackDown, folks. Spoilers will be all around. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like avoiding spoilers for an entire week. I don't like it, so it's going to happen. I'm not going to avoid it for this time around or ever again. That was Raw before Mania? Okay. That makes sense. Rock was on that show? Okay. If you look at all the women in NXT, SmackDown, and Raw, WWE has by far the best women's division in North America. I agree. You know what's funny about that debate? I always notice something. People try to separate NXT from the main roster. Oh, NXT has the best women's division, not WWE. Like, what? NXT is basically a third brand. You have women like Io Sky, like Chelsea Green, like Michin from the main roster going down there. A lot of influx of main roster talent. NXT is the third brand, okay? You can't like separate it. It's all under one WWE umbrella. So when we talk about the women's division, it's Bianca, Julia, Stephanie, Charlotte Flair, all of them are all in the same pot. So yes, we take them all together. It's not any worse than AEW, no, in hell. Or TNA, no. If you take NXT, the main roster, because they're all WWE superstars, take that list will stack up well against Stardom. Very well against Stardom, okay? Very, very well. That's the only real competition. Stardom or WWE. Okay, and that's, depending on who you talk to, there'll be bias. Because I watch Stardom, I like Stardom, so I like to think that I'm not as biased, right? I like both, I watch both. It's going to be very, very interesting if you do that comparison between Stardom and WWE. We have Io, you have Julia, got Stephanie, got Jordan Grace coming in, got Delta or Zaria, Bianca, Charlotte, Becky, Bayley. It's depending on who you talk to, folks. Depending on who you talk to. Talk to Joshi Stan, it's Stardom. Okay, talk to a WWE fan, it's WWE. But yeah, it's interesting. The WrestleMania tickets, I saw it. It's crazy. Like 1,000 for both tickets. Like well over 1,000. It's like 500, 600 for the nosebleeds sections. It's crazy. It's crazy. No, SmackDown's not a crown jewel. Only Raw. Raw's in crown jewel. I don't know why. I wonder how that show's gonna go. By the way, the Raw show. You're gonna have Rhea. So Rhea might not have a match at Crown Jewel on the show, but she'll have a match on the Raw in Crown Jewel or Raw in Saudi Arabia probably. So Rhea probably be on the. She'll probably have a match on Raw that's in Saudi Arabia, but not on the actual PLE. But yeah, Raw's in the PLE. Raw's in Saudi Arabia, not SmackDown. 3K. 3K for both. That's a lot of goddamn money for tickets. Not to mention the travel. Not to mention the hotel. Not to mention rental car. 3,000 for both shows. That's a lot. That's a lot of damn money. That's like a vacation plus. 3,000. Buy your plane tickets as well. Buy their rental car, your hotel rooms, food. That's like easily like that's like $5,000. Probably in total. Around 5,000 plus for the entire trip. That's if you go by yourself. Well, that's like if you go by yourself. Not to mention you bring the family or bring a partner. That's a lot of damn money, man. No, Crown Jewel is not taped. Crown Jewel is live. Pedro, are you okay? Pedro, okay. SmackDown tonight is double taping. All right. So the SmackDown next week, they'll be in Saudi Arabia, so they can't be in SmackDown, right? So they have to do a double taping tonight. Then they have that live show, Crown Jewel live. I think it's like what, 2 p.m. Eastern? What time is Crown Jewel? Crown Jewel is 1 p.m. Eastern. You're good. So you have a live show in Saudi Arabia will be 1 p.m. Eastern time in the United States. Then you have Raw, will probably be the same time, like 1 p.m. Eastern time, Monday. Then it'll be delayed. So you can watch it live, probably if you want to. You have a catch a stream, watch it live, or just wait till usually we'll show it during the time. It'll be on delay. So Raw will be on delay, right? Raw will be on delay. But you can probably watch live. You watch the TNT app. I don't know. Some country will probably show it live, but Raw will be on delay for sure. So yeah, Raw's on delay. You can try to catch it live if you want, but you're probably just better off watching it when it comes on, which will be 8 p.m. Eastern. But Crown Jewel is 1 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday live. We'll talk about Camille. Sure, why not? I haven't been watching AW that much, but I did catch the Camille match. Some of you may know this, but I said that when Camille was a free agent, I had her going to TNA. I said she'd go to TNA. I wasn't the biggest fan of her in the ring. Sorry, in the ring was fine, but when I did the deep dive on her, when I went and watched her matches on YouTube, I ended up coming around liking the woman I saw her competing against, which is Maddie Rankowski. I said, you guys remember this if you followed me at the time? I said, oh, Maddie Rankowski, that's the talent. She should be in NXT. She fit well in there. And where's she now? Rin Sinclair, killing it in NXT. Had a great match against Julia, right? She's the NXT talent I thought would work well in WWE. Not Camille. But Tony Khan gave her a contract offer, and so did Triple H. They both did. She wanted to do more acting. I think she has a movie that she did recently, so she's doing that. She wanted some freedom to work outside of wrestling. So she took Tony Khan's offer, became Mercedes Moné bodyguard. She was on the freaking shelf doing nothing for like 4 or 5 months until Tony Khan felt they had to do something. Wasn't it right after WWE signed Stephanie Vaquer is when she debuted? Like, oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, Tony Khan. I see what you're doing. Because you want to have a win on your screen. You say, okay, time to bring in Camille. Now that they have Stephanie Vaquer, let's show that we're still fighting. We still have a good signing. Let's bring our talent in to show that we're winning here. We're winning with Camille, right? It was so transparent what's happening there. He did nothing with her for like 4 or 5 months. But the second they signed Stephanie Vaquer, oh, here comes Camille's debut. Anyway, her in-ring's not great. It's just not great. She's fine. On AW Dynamite, she had a match with Queen. What's her name? Oh my God. Oh, I don't remember her name off the top of my head. I'm blanking. Anyway, from West Africa, Queen something. I can't remember her name right now. I'm blanking. She had a match. Wasn't great. It was very botchy. Very botchy. Second half of the match was fine, but the first half was not great. Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you. Yeah, I cannot remember names in my life. Anyway, the match was fine in the second half, but the first half was not great. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty much what I expected. She's okay in the ring. She's not a great worker. I even called it. I literally called it. Let me see if I can find that tweet. I said she'd be facing off against Chris Statlander and losing in no time. I said this back in February. Oh, guys, I'm telling you, I don't have not a psychic. I'm not a psychic. I just see stuff coming because some things are just kind of predictable. That's all I'm saying. Let me see if I can find that tweet. Dynamite. Here we go. Yeah, I saw it coming because Tony Khan is kind of predictable. Here it is. Here's my like random ass illiterate tweet here. Gonna be taking L's to Chris Allender in no time. Or she'll be in ROH. Camille is not great in the ring. Her push will not be substantial. So this is when they had Megan Bayne, right? I was like, AW has Megan Bayne, who's about to pop up very soon. This is back in February when I thought they had her. She's a free agent, so they don't. They fumbled her. But yeah, she's a big body who's decent in the ring, but not great. She's probably better off in the PC. She's working in the PC, working with those talent. She probably could have got better. Right now, she's just a bodyguard, hard to improve. Not the most fluid in the ring, not the quickest of feet. No, she's not the quickest of foot. Not the most dynamic in the ring. Not the best athlete. She's a big girl who is solid. She's solid. So I had her going to TNA. That did not happen. Well, what I heard, Buzz Wrench, what I heard was she wanted to be in movies, and I think she is. So, and that's why she picked AEW. She wanted to be in movies. The Brookhouse wanted to be in Hollywood, and she is. She's doing movies. She's doing stuff. Let me find her Twitter real quick. Yeah, but Aminata. She did all she could in that match. She did all she could to put together. I'm not gonna hate on Queen Aminata at all. Like she tried, but there's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do. Where's the woman's damn Twitter? What the heck? Here it is. Damn. All right. She got movie stuff she's tweeting about, right? Let's see. Let's see. I think this is was she in this match? Match. I said match. Is she in this movie? She's in this movie. She's in this movie. She's in this film, right? So she's doing stuff outside of wrestling. Yeah, so that's what's going on here. She wanted to have premiere of this movie. What the movie is? Queen of the Ring. Yeah, she's in this movie. I think. So she's doing stuff. Now, Liv Morgan did a movie. So I don't know if you have to be like, I don't know how it works with WWE. Because Liv Morgan was in stuff. Right? Yeah, she's in the film. Right? I don't know how it works. Because you can do stuff now. Seth Rollins filmed for Marvel stuff. Liv Morgan was filming for movies. So I don't know. I don't know how it works. But yeah, she wanted more freedom, I think. So maybe they gave her more money. I don't know. Here it is. Can't wait to see the movie and the castmates tonight. Yeah. She's in a film. So there's that. There's that. Yeah, but Queen Aminata, she was doing all she could. She was doing all she could to keep that match together. She pulled it together in the second half of it, but the first half was very botchy. Camille, I don't know what to say. She's all right in the ring, decent, but that's all she is, unfortunately. So Stephanie was never going to AEW. No, she was not. Once it was clear that WWE gave her a contract offer, it was never going to happen. If the WWE were not interested at all, she would go. But her dream was to go to WWE. That's always been her dream. She made it a reality. She made it happen. Kudos to her. That was a lifelong dream to wrestle in WWE, and she's amazing, and she's talented as hell, and she deserves her spot for sure. And then some. And then some. Any other thoughts before we wrap it up? But yeah, this is her dream. She made it happen. Any other thoughts? I mean, look at this woman. She's freaking like rocking her gear, her WWE gear. Well, not gear, but her bag, her luggage, showing it off for the camera. I mean, come on, this is what you wanted. This is her dream. She made it happen. How can you hate on that? How can you hate on it? Sky Blue? If I was WWE, the woman that I would want from their current roster, well, probably two. There's two women I want. If I'm Triple H. Willow, that's number one. Jamie Hayter, that's two. Those are two I would take. Willow, number one, grab her now, and Jamie Hayter, who is their most over star, I take her. Now, they're dropping the ball with Jamie Hayter. I believe they are dropping the ball with her. That's what I believe. Jamie Hayter has been on Dynamite. She had a promo. Crowd did not react whatsoever. I don't care about the storyline. She's feuding with Penelope, whatever her name is. Nobody cares about that story. Not invested. They don't care. And yeah, it's not the best. Okay, Jamie Hayter, she's just there with her redhead, not in a storyline that's compelling, because they don't want her in there with Mercedes Moné right now. They don't want her in there with Mariah May because she has a storyline already with Toni Storm set up. So she's in limbo. But guess what? Jamie Hayter has a lot of time on her contract because she's been out with injury. So even if her contract ended today, man gonna slap on like almost a year and like a couple months. How long has she been out? A lot of injury time. We thought Ray Phoenix was bad. You thought that was a long time. Think about Jamie Hayter's injury time. He ain't going nowhere anytime soon. So she plans on going to WWE anytime soon. That's her goal. That's her game plan. She's going to be in AEW for a very long time because that damn injury time that's going to be tacked on. That's how Tony Khan operates these days. He will add on that injury time, folks. He will add it on. But Willow, number one. Jamie Hayter, two. Those are the two. Statlander, I'd take her, but I don't need her. I don't need Statlander. I'd take Willow's a different type of force, a different type of babyface energy. She's just so likable, good promos. She should be champion in that company. If he's smart, he'd be pushing her more than he is. I'd grab Willow if I could. Find out her contract situation, grab Willow. Jamie Hayter, sure. And then Statlander, sure, but she's not a priority for me. She's not a priority. I'd rather have Megan Bayne than Statlander. As talented as Statlander is, I'd take Megan Bayne first over her. So that's another big girl. So, but yeah, Willow, Jamie Hayter. Those are the two. Those are the two. Willow should be the face of that damn company for the women's division. She's that likable. She's that popular. But yeah, I don't know what's happening right now. Right now she's feuding with Mariah May, I think. Right? What is she doing right now? Willow is. Mariah May is feuding with Anna Jay. So no, not Mariah May. What is Willow doing? Is anybody know? Willow. Maybe she tweeted out her storylines. Willow Nightingale. Let's see her storylines right now. CMLL, okay. So the match in CMLL, cool. All right. You know, a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, give me Camille. I mean, give me Willow, not Camille. Give me Willow. Give me Willow. Give me Jamie Hayter. I'll take Statlander. That's it. You've been off TV since Wrestle Dream. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Yeah, it's. Yeah, when's her contract ending? If I'm Triple H, I'm out for her the bag. That's a big loss for AEW. That's a big loss. That's a big loss for that division. Offer her the bag if I'm Triple H. I'm sure she grew up watching WWE. I'm sure she did. Reach out. Get the bag. Get her. Her last match was at NYWC Homecoming Madness show in New York. Yeah, but before that she lost to Mariah May. Yep. The bag, Triple H, the bag. Whenever her contract ends, offer her the bag. Then Jamie Hayter, sure. And then that's really it. Grab Statlander if you want it. That's about it. All right, folks. That is it for the stream. Unless you got like a question that I didn't answer about something. And that's it for the stream. I'm gonna wrap it up here. LaMelo breakout season. He had a great opening match. At WWE in the brain. He had a great opening game. Good showing, 34 points. Talented. If he stays healthy, big time year for LaMelo if he stays healthy. Big time year. MVP year, I'm joking. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the MVP race. But he's going to put up numbers if he's healthy. 30 points a game for sure. Talented. Great vision. Awesome he is. I'm happy for him. Hopefully he stays healthy. That's all I'm hoping for. All right, folks, that's it for the stream. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment on, give me your thoughts on NXT, Halloween Havoc. I believe it's gonna be a good show. They always deliver. Shawn Michaels is great. We have a good there's a good track record with NXT, so I'm not worried about it. Again, women's division, where the storylines are that are compelling. What's gonna happen with Zarya? What's gonna happen with Stephanie and Julia? That's where my eyes will be this Sunday. It should be a fun show. All right, guys. Talk to you guys later. Peace.